the times.
The times.
Yeah, I'm trying to be more smart about my bedtime.
You're just saying that because we
Uh,
had the one night that we went overboard.
no, because I say that, but I don't need this video game to stay up late. Um, my recommended TikToks to you, I'm sure, are proof of that.
True. Yes.
Just, I like what you're doing with the little title arts there, friend.
Uranium fever.
Yes.
Uranium fever. And I just googled the image.
Hey, man. All right. Well, you're a piece of shit then, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't Photoshop that image just for this stream.
0 stars. Shoemaker.
Shoemaker. What?
It's just an old-timey slur.
All right, cobbler.
Now we're talking. Oh my goodness, John. We're out of steel, dude.
That means we're using it.
All of it. No reserve.
Well, do we want to do that, or do we want to start recycling your uranium?
I mean, just think we're going to be continuing to need products out of the RCU factory still. So,
I mean, the products that you really need are the ones on your objective. Beyond that, I don't know if we necessarily need anything other than the requirements for the nuclear.
well, yeah. And so I need to. That's another thing, because the last like 2 times we've played, I think something's broken. Because I think we've been stuck at 244 for a little while.
244 what?
Whatever the first thing is.
I don't understand. 244 what?
Objective.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Are you producing that here?
No.
Right, so you gotta go check out all the way out in Nowheresville.
Uh-huh. But that's not happening tonight. But I am headed to look at steel. Make sure that's running efficiently.
Okay.
And then I will come over to help with whatever you're still working on.
Yeah, so how about this? I'll start working on setting up similar to that of what I had.
Yeah.
Do you want me to have the nuclear waste shipped out east, or do you want to refine it where you're at? We have to have a train running the route either way. I just didn't know which way you want to run it.
I don't know, man. I am not certain. Whatever you think is easiest. Or if you want a challenge, or whatever. Like, I'm kind of devoid of an opinion here right now.
Okay. Well, there's got to be a station and train things, no matter what. So I'm just going to start.
Things.
Yeah. So
Huzzah.
what is it? I had a train station for uranium. I had a train station for uranium drop-off. I had a train station for sulfur, and one for nitric acid or something along those lines. I think that's right.
Okay.
And then probably 4 more, probably double the of freight platforms. But one of those is a fluid. To look, I'm making things on my to-do list to go shopping.
Got it.
Six, 7, 8. Yes. Alright, I'm going to start collecting objects required. Oh yeah, and miners. You need... Gosh. You need like... Oh man, you need like... The... So, I mean, technically we're... So, when I'm picking up uranium, I could pick up water there. I could do that. Or I could use it, like pick it up where I'm actually going to do all this stuff, which is out in the desert. We just have to tap those nodes.
Oh, neat. That'd be fun.
Okay, we'll tap the nodes. And then one of those, I think. A couple of those. Maybe a couple of those. And I think we need... So technically speaking, the product we're making out there, we're bringing back so that we can combine that with, gosh, give me a second. So we make the plutonium pellets. From that we make the plutonium fuel rods. But to make the plutonium fuel rods, we need steel beams, heat sinks, and electromagnetic control rods, which is why we're bringing it back, because we're not shipping all that stuff out there. So it's just easier to grab it here and recycle it.
Sounds good.
So I'm going to have another drone port and another drone.
Brilliant.
I have a huge list of products to gather.
So this thing is cranking out enough steel to fill up the thing, the freight platform, and then it is backing up, and I've already got one industrial storage container full of steel on standby.
So it's just not making its way further? I don't understand.
We're fully utilizing what gets trained out
Oh,
to
okay.
RCU. And so,
Well, that's good. I mean, good and bad, but it's good that we're...
And so now it is a matter of making sure I can get some aluminium so that I can make Mark V conveyors so this thing fills up as fast as possible. It is so cool that we can have side-by-side trains running.
Mm-hmm. It's very satisfying.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah, you're low on rotors, which I'm not sure
Runs
what that reason
on
is.
Steel. It's probably screws.
It does appear that way.
Dang it. Alright.
And you're shipping screws in, right?
Yeah. And I am, like, out of shipped-in screws.
Where are the screws coming from? Are they coming from one of those other train platforms?
Yeah.
I can never find them because they're... When you have things on the ceiling, it's just in general hard to... Where the heck is this just appearing from out of nowhere?
We should... Can we color code, those resources, too? Is that possible? Would that help? Not the resource, I'm sorry, but, like, the conveyor belt?
You could, yeah. You could also make signage, but I'm just gonna...
I was just thinking signs would be hard to see upside down on the conveyor belt.
I think there's, from what I've read on the Reddit, signs are actually not great because they have a really big rendering distance, apparently,
Oh,
which means that you could be really far away and they'll still render. And if you have a bunch of them, that means that they are potentially making your frame rate drop for something that's really, really far away. So,
that's silly.
it is silly.
You know, it's silly having one silica on me. Pretty silly.
I guess. I mean, silica isn't super widely used.
One silica. That's what I had.
Just enough to take up one space.
Yeah. Like, I have limited number of spaces. The lids consume it with one of the silicas. Alright, let's see where I go with this gun thing.
Oh boy. Well, you're the one running locally, so slide jump.
I did it. Right to where I wanted to go. Just coming in really hot.
Hit the wall.
Oh, I hit.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I'm going to have enough storage space for everything that I need to carry over. I genuinely do not think so.
Alright. Steel is running in at like Mark 5 speed into the storage container. The only way we can get more of it there is to make a whole nother run of steel to fill this thing up with.
Do you have a fix-it sink at RCU?
Uh-huh. It's on like the south side of the base by the plastic building.
Oh, that's right, that's right. That's weird.
What's that?
It's almost like the sink wasn't turned on and it wasn't allowing products to go in. I have a feeling that's just a multiplayer quirk.
Sounds correct.
Because I literally just laid a conveyor and I'm waiting, I'm waiting for it to not be blue, and it's just sitting there waiting to build it. It's so dumb. Oh, I think it is. I think it is working. It's just not showing up for my person. So annoying. Alright, I'm gonna get out of your game and come back in because this clearly isn't going to happen.
Okay. Sorry, man.
No, it's not your fault. Did you see on the stream what I was talking about? Like, you know how for a split second the conveyor belt blew before it places it? It wouldn't change and actually place it. It would just stay blue.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay.
As such, I couldn't place like a new one. I couldn't delete it because it technically wasn't there. It's being weird. Hey, look at that. It's there. One extra spot in my inventory. Thank you very much.
Woo-hoo.
I'm freeing up so I can gather the necessary items. As best I can, at least.
Would you call them the bare necessities if you needed to?
I would, John.
Good.
To accomplish the goal that I have set forth, I would call it the bare necessities, in fact.
Excellent. I find the bare necessities take care of all my worries and the strife.
Yeah. I think we get it.
Just call me Baloo, okay? Don't you hate on my childhood.
I want motors. I want all the things. I want these. Did you see the live action one?
Of what? Bare necessities?
Jungle Book.
Yes, I did. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Graphics were pretty good.
Acceptable. Whoa! Almost fell off the edge of the world. Nothing new here.
Have you ever heard a faucet do a water hammer?
Yep.
Yeah, I've got that problem.
Ever hear a fire truck do a water hammer?
No.
Or a water main do a water hammer?
No.
It's a little more spicy.
I bet.
You only do that a couple times.
Yeah, how does that happen?
Well, same way it does in your house. You open or close it too quickly, or you don't allow it. Because you don't think about, like, you've got like a static load of water weighs something and it's under pressure, and when suddenly it goes from static to kinetic when it starts moving, like, there is some momentum that you need to account for.
Mm-hmm. So my problem is I think everything's basically just hitting a 90-degree angle, and that is too great of an angle. Apparently, because no matter how many times you turn it on, it's going to happen. So apparently that's a problem we have in our house. So what the solution, I believe, is that you weld in, instead of a 90-degree angle, you do a T, and then you put like a foot of copper tubing north of it, and then cap it so that it has space to go.
Yeah, they're like a shock absorber, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the game plan, at least.
Good plan.
Amanda encountered it twice today, and was very mad about it.
Well, be careful too. I mean, I don't say be careful, but if your water department is doing anything to adjust the amount of pressure in the whole system, like you got to think your house is part of the whole municipal water supply system. And so if for some reason they're playing with things or I don't know, any kind of maintenance or other reason that they would adjust the system pressure, it could be a transient pressure change. And so you'll do all this work to put in the buffer, and then they'll go back down to normal. And I mean, it won't have harmed anything, but it's just time.
Yeah, time wasted. I think it probably needs it either way. So,
Sure. Yeah, I don't want to talk you out of it.
hey,
Good
where's
idea.
are you making high-speed connectors here?
I think so. I think it's on the I want to say like the first big primary floor on like the eastern edge. So opposite edge from the big receiving bus and train station.
Because
Makes
I
sense.
am looking. Requirement is the circuit board, so I'm going to just follow that. That's computers. I need computers too, though. I'm starting to think you don't.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think you have them, man.
Wow. I know Slumdog Millionaire's running this thing.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to make those by hand. So, quick wire, wire, and circuit boards.
Oh, you know what? I don't have. Well, I do have quick wire out there, but I can't remember where it's at.
I brought that in up top floor.
Yeah, that's right.
I may have grabbed too much quick wire. I have 1,300 on me.
I don't know. Are you sure that's too much?
It's 56 per high-speed connector. All right. We can drop some of this leftover.
Thirty times 8, it's 240, 480. If everything's running maxed out, I'm making 480 iron ingots a minute. So,
Damn, I need 100 motors. I think my best bet would be to come to the other base and grab them,
Yeah.
huh?
yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna, instead of carrying everything out there, I'm gonna actually start laying some of this stuff, and when I encounter the problem, I'll come back.
Cool.
Because this is a lot of stuff.
So I got to do some training with one of our community partners today at work.
Who is one of your community partners?
Our local hospital.
The hospital that you work at?
No.
That'd be weird, wouldn't it?
It's okay. It's weird at this one too because they know me. Some of them know me. So it's gotten to the point where when I come into the ER, especially, they're like, "Oh God, what now?"
Uh,
So this was not with the ER today, which is probably for the better. But it was the like if they admit you for just observation, it was that part of the hospital. And I was simulating having a heart attack, and only a few people knew. And the objective was to run the simulation to make sure that the system works. So that's why hardly anybody knew about it. Is because you perform differently when you know you're being observed. You know.
oh, so it was a fake heart attack that you were portraying having.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tricky, tricky.
And only a couple people knew that I was doing that. So, it was interesting.
Yeah, I bet.
I had a good time.
What was their reaction when they found out that you weren't really having one?
There was a little frustration, yes. There were some frustrations.
I mean, is that something that like they know they should be experiencing every once in a while as a test like that?
No, well, they should, but it doesn't always often happen. So, it was definitely a surprise for many of them. And, one of them even gave me one of the medicines that you give orally. I actually took it because I knew I'd be okay. And then I spit it out as soon as they weren't looking. But the nurse, when she found out that it was a simulation,
She was like freaking out because she thought you took
Yeah.
it.
yeah, she's like, "Well, I'm gonna lose my nursing license now." It's like, nah, you're good, bud. You're good. I wouldn't have done it if it wouldn't have been okay for me to do. But even the guy from the lab came down like they were supposed to, right? And like we weren't at the part of the simulation yet where we stopped and we kind of just let the cat out of the bag, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so the doc's like, "Well, we need some labs drawn." And so this, I was trying to quietly tell the guy from the lab, like, "Hey, this is a simulation. You don't have to. Hey, this is a simulation. You don't have to." And then poke, and I'm like, "Well, all right. Good luck."
Well, we see nothing wrong here. You don't say.
Yeah,
I tried
well,
to hint.
He couldn't get it because my veins are garbage. So that was amusing. Yeah. It was interesting. It was a good time. I enjoy those kinds of simulations. But it's really hard to do, especially on the inpatient side of the house. You know, the ER is used to not knowing everything and chaos, and like that's our jam. But admitted side of the hospital is not their jam, and they hate it very, very, very much. So the real future project is how do we work with their training staff so that this becomes a culture that they just expect instead of a Oh, Lord, John showed up. Things are going to be bad.
So did you have, like, clearance by their boss or something to,
Oh,
like...
yeah. Their boss is the one who organized it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Eh. I said, they recognized what was going on in a pretty timely fashion. They could always be faster, could always be better,
Sure.
but for their world, I think they did a good job. Um,
There you go.
yeah. And then there was, oh, and yeah, there was a lot of other things that happened today. So it was an exciting day.
Fused modular frames.
Yes, making them.
Okay. Just have to find out where.
Should be near the computers, I think. It's like the second or third floor. Viewers, which floor is it? Put it in the comments. Have you memorized our base yet? If not, why? Why haven't you memorized our base layout?
Yeah, I think if I follow this guy, I'll find it. Yeah, there it is. Well. All right. I'm on my way.
Where?
Highway to hell.
Funky Town. It's the only acceptable answer.
Because I'm working at the car wash.
There we go. Yes. Don't let me down.
Oh, I'm not singing it. I've sang that enough in my lifetime having worked at a car wash.
Just us friends here. No one else watching.
Yeah, not that
Sure.
we're... I mean, we're not.
Yet.
Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm making a new folder prior to recording and then changing the directory of OBS to that folder so it's automatically going to the right spot every time.
So you don't even have to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant.
I just have to think about it beforehand.
Right. Right. That is a requirement.
So the goal is to ship back encased plutonium cells. That's the goal.
Okay. So fun seeing these trains zipping around. Well done, Coffee Stain.
I wonder what release that happened in. Or if that was right out of the gate they had that.
That's a good point.
If you in the comments know which release it came out in, leave a comment below.
We'll send you a hat with our logo on it.
Wow, we don't even have those.
That's what our opinion of ourselves are. Gotta get that swag game.
Swag! Stuff we all get.
Yes.
I think of Michael Scott in that situation. He loves swag. He's like, why not out here? And I have enough stuff to decorate my whole apartment with. And it's all just swag stuff. Like, you'd never decorate your apartment with that stuff. What are you talking about? Alright, let's see if I remember anywhere these locations here. Oh, I'm in Uncharted. Why is my map black? I'm currently in a black area.
Ugh.
It's not mapping for me, so it makes things a little difficult.
Curious.
So I think the first one was nitrogen gas. And I have a feeling I went south too fast. Yeah, I did. So I want to be here. So I'm going to bring this up. And
I'm like manually loading these screw machines to make as many screws as possible. I'm making a bunch of rods.
just, well, don't I have like a screw factory way out in your Circuit City that's like way over kill? And you could just steal from that, maybe?
Yes, but like I would have to route all of that and put another train car on, or
Yeah, that gets tricky for sure.
because you can't selectively load and unload, right? Like you can't say go to Circuit City and only load car 3.
Correct. That is a tricky thing. You cannot do that. Of course I lack something that I stored in a freaking thing all rackin' frackin'.
Yes. I love it. 8. 8. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I bet you don't know where that rackin' frackin' thing comes from. And or maybe it's not from that, but it got popular from this?
It is Yosemite Sam?
No.
Shush.
It is, I think, Bullwinkle? Do you remember Bullwinkle?
I do, but I don't remember anyone on Bullwinkle being all racking.
There was a dog on Bullwinkle that he was a bad guy. And every time he had the, his deeds foiled, he'd go, rackin', frackin', rackin', frackin'. I'm pretty sure, I don't know how I just came up with that out of nowhere. That's really quite something else, but
it is something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12, 14. It's 14 times 40.
Wow, that's a big number.
560. I should be making 560 screws a minute.
Got to pump those numbers up.
It's true. Maybe I'm having some disposal issues here. Let's see.
I mean, I guess I could run the train all the way down here. It'd be kind of cool to do a train down here. But this is quite a climb. Nah, screw it. I'm not doing a train down here. Too much. Did you know that Billie Eilish is a big Office fan?
Perfect.
Rainn Wilson, the guy that plays Dwight,
Uh-huh.
he visited Billie Eilish and called her William Eyelash as a joke.
That's awesome.
I thought that was really good. And then proceeded to play like 20 questions or something, all Office related. And she did really well.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. So these guys need 10 per minute. So these guys produce 15 per minute. And I have 14. So I should have 9.33. So I need to make one more. Kids, you use algebra every day. You just don't know it. The teachers are lying to you.
Fluid. And then freight. And then I need a loop. This is the end of the track. Let's loop this way. Let's see. I think it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a turn that way and then another 4. 3, 4. Let's just go all the way down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Around there. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, Yeah, looks good. Looking good.
Feeling
Except
good?
looking good, feeling good. Need more steel beams. Which, considering what it sounds like over there in Steel World.
Dude, it's sending over a full freight car of steel every time.
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
lot of steel.
Yeah. Um. Damn it, John. What was I gonna make?
Pizza.
Rods. Pizza. I had
I don't know.
sushi for dinner.
How's that?
It's good. I'm
I
a
don't
fan.
really like fish, so I haven't really tried that.
More
And
fish for me.
there you go. I mean, unless it's like a fish fry and you're eating it for the fried part and the tartar sauce. That's all the fish I'm about is that right there.
Tartar sauce is good. I enjoy tartar
Oh
sauce.
yeah.
A good tartar. Yes.
Pardon me, sir. Can you pass the Great Poupon? Remember that commercial?
Oh, I do. I'm that old.
Iconic. Yeah, so my cousin reminded me yesterday that I'm turning 40 this year.
Gross.
Why
How's it
did
feel
you
to be
tell
that
me this?
old?
You're probably right around the corner.
I'm not far from it. Sorry, internet friends. We are old.
Damn old.
Get off our yards. 40, 80, 120, 160, 200,
No, you gotta say 200.
200, 200, 202, 203. Okay. All right, sir.
Oh, yeah. My first phone was a flip phone.
I had the candy bars. I never had a flip phone.
Oh, where that slid open, like the chocolate.
Yeah, I did have one that slid up and down, but like my first one was just like a bar.
Oh, like the
My
Nokia.
my parents had one of those old Nokias back when it was like ATE was the brand or
Service
the
provider.
cell provider. Yeah.
ATE. I've never heard of them.
They were before AT&T was as big. I swear it was ATE. I might be making it up at this point. Who knows? Because I'm so old, I can just make things up. No
Did
alive
you-
to fact check me.
Did you hear that Mint Mobile is about to be bought out potentially by T-Mobile?
Yep.
How lame is that?
Super lame.
Because you know you're not going to get the prices anymore.
Nope.
Uh,
Correct.
That's the provider I have is Mint Mobile, so
Yeah.
strikes home. Yeah, I'm a little mad
Sorry.
at that.
Sorry.
Sorry, not your fault.
I told Ryan Reynolds to do it.
Damn you!
We had a nice long conversation.
How dare you? How dare you!
Yeah, boy.
I think I should just aim for each gaming session doing that once.
Yeah, I don't see how that could get old.
Good. Now that we're on the same page.
One, two, three, 8.
Back in my day, we paid per text.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
10
we had
cents
to
a
call
text.
our friends after 9 p.m. for
Yeah,
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Yeah, keep going.
Let's see. Gosh. Things were just as expensive or more expensive back then, too. It just sucked.
Fair. John, it's about that time.
To stop playing?
Uh-huh.
We've been recording for 52 minutes.
Okay, 8 more minutes.
Try to shut down on me.
So sorry.
Logistics. I forget just how much of this stuff required, but I don't think I got anywhere near. I don't think
More of it.
No, I think I have an abundance, and I'm only doing Mark 1, so I don't think you need much. I will say, though, I don't have what I need to build it, so I'm stuck there, but it is gas, though, I remember, so you don't need to pump it, which is nice.
True. Trying to get up to 500 for the transfer rate.
That's one mod I would like to see implemented like into the game. Is I think the mod was you basically like put this block over top of a conveyor and it'll tell you what the average rate of
Yeah.
transfer is.
Yeah.
That seems like a really nice quality of life update. I haven't even ran power out here.
That's why the lights aren't on.
Basically. My map is still black. So lame. I wonder if the next time I log in, if all of a sudden it'll be like, yo dog, I know that you're there.
It will.
You
Dog.
don't know that. You don't know how that. sulfur node right there. So we could probably turn. I'm gonna shoot for under this. Yeah, that looks good. Do you know off the top of your head how wide a train station has to be, platform-wise?
Train stations,
3 or
I can
4.
just count. 1.5. Let's see.
Platforms wide.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. And train station this way. Then it'll be the 3rd. So empty, empty, and then freight platform. Yikes, that's a drop. Yeah. And I'd be better off doing the catwalk so that I can actually get down faster.
Yeah. She's just like a fire pole.
I mean, what if I could? I don't think that's an option.
Just gravity. Sporadic power nodes. That way you can just free fall and then catch yourself.
Yeah, I'm not going to have enough resources to do this.
Woo!
You ever hear of Station 11?
Maybe.
I probably mentioned it to you, but I didn't care for the book.
I don't think I have then.
Okay.
What is it?
So it is a book as well as a TV show, and I just finished it today.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
What's it about?
End of world. Instead of a virus or whatever that's taking over people's bodies, like this is, what is it? The Last of Us. Last of Us. Instead of that, it just kills people, like pretty immediately. So the population drops like, I think 1 in 1,000 people survived. So you can only imagine the numbers are quite small.
Okay.
Yeah. And so you kind of follow the story of this girl who Yeah, I mean, it's a long story, but basically, she's an actress, and she is witness to her friend on stage dying, and long story short, 20 years later, the person caring for her that she thought was dead ends up not being dead. Spoiler. Spoiler. He's not dead.
No, not him.
Yeah, that guy that I spent a lot of time explaining who he was.
Dang it. I was really invested in this story, too.
I know you were. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Oh,
I think it was all right. It had my emotions pulling, so it had to be all right. But I wasn't. I don't know. There were parts of it where I'm like, this is so out there. Like, they were part of a traveling symphony band, and you're telling me that you have all the time for this, and you don't have to like hunt and kill and like try to survive. Like, I don't understand. How are you surviving off of not working? I don't get it. But that's different.
Well,
It's won awards, the book, at least. And Station 11 is also a book in the show that people are basing a religion out around. Yeah, it's like a 9-episode miniseries.
interesting.
I'm starting to like miniseries more than TV shows, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Just because like they are set up to have a clear like end of story, and they spend time making it good because they only have a small amount of time.
Right.
So it's over an hour. Would you like to cut it?
Yeah, if you look, I did manually add a bunch of things into our goal achiever. Our objective.
About 50
Yep.
of the system direct thingies.
Yep. I managed to
Cool.
go out there and discover what was up, and the circuit boards are backing up, which is preventing the drone from droning on account of it's full.
I needed more motors. Man, motors are a sticking point over here.
Just come out here to the main base.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's shotgun it. That's one thing I'm happy. Stuff doesn't just depopulate. You can put it down, and it's going to be there. You know.
Yeah.
Ooh, that one got me some distance. I still don't think it's going to be enough, though. Oh, your base is slowly loading in.
Yeah, dude, I have like a ton of motors out here.
Yeah, I just grabbed like 4 stacks, something like
Good.
that. You should send the drone to just come over and drop it off.
I was thinking that. We just have to program it up a little bit, right?
Yeah, I feel like we have an underutilized drone right there, don't we?
Yeah, I just got to get rid of its battery supplies that it's holding on to right now. Because it is over full on batteries at present. So, that sounds like a good challenge for the next day of play. So I should log off now
Yeah.
while you're
I'm
in
in
the
the
air.
air. I'm in the air. Don't do that. um, yeah, that sounds good. I will attack further stuff. So, what I did so far this. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, it just crashed. Wow, how about that?
You crashed?
Yeah, weird.
Bummer. I see you falling. At
Yeah.
least you made it.
Well, I did land. Yeah.
You made it there, so you're not gonna like spawn in the middle of the air.
Yeah. Correct. Correct. So, from what it sounds like, I made the station to accept the uranium. So uranium on, and I combined that station and your nitrogen. Those two are
Right?
both loading there, and I've got the station for the sulfur, and I have yet to place a miner down there though to pull it up. That's what I was working on doing
Hmm.
there. So the next day will be us or me just basically bringing that line down further and throwing a couple more miners on the nodes down there and harvesting the water down there and getting the that stuff made. There's like 2 blenders. There's um, four assemblers. I've got to make cement down there. That's I think like 4 to 6 constructors. Yeah, so handful of stuff, but it's pretty doable. So just need like 3 hours to do it. That's all.
Oh,
So
is that all?
yeah, that's all. All right,
Piece of cake.
stopping streaming. Bye. Thanks.
Bye, interwebs.